today to take you through a level 2 on the GlideMaster. Hopefully you've got your GlideMaster by now. We just launched it not too long ago, just 2 weeks ago. And Amber did the launch, and she showed some great options for people that maybe are not ready to stand and do a lot of the work, seated work. And so that was awesome. I then did a workout, level 1, to show some basic movements as well standing. But today I'm going to amp it up a little bit. So welcome, everybody. I'd love to hear if you got your GlideMaster yet, or if it's waiting for you under the Christmas tree, and where you're joining in from. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to type in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them, if not during the workout, later on after the workout. So welcome, welcome. So it's the holiday season, and anytime you can get a little bit of your cardio working in, burn out some calories, good news, you got the GlideMaster here, which is very portable. You can roll it out, and it's got suction cups that will adhere to flat vinyl floors. But I'm on the carpet, so don't think you can't do it if you don't have the right flooring, okay? Some floor textures may not adhere to, but I found that I like doing it on my carpeting, and I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. This is my big space where I can have a lot of my other Life Pro equipment. Secondly, the carpeting gives me a little bit of instability. So, when we're amping up our workouts, instability is a part of the workout. It's not always working harder. It's just working more challenging. That the balance, I think, is for, at least for me and the clients I work with, that active aging population. I heard it just today from a client. His biggest fear is losing his balance. So we should be practicing balance every day. Literally, when you walk, you're practicing balance. But then you start going on a slippery surface, and it just takes up a different level. So what I'm going to do today, I've got my little glide booties, but I'm going to put them on my hands, and I'm going to actually take my shoes off, and I'm going to use my socks as my gliding booty. Now, and I'm also doing it for another reason. You can see my feet because the booties are black and the GlideMaster is black. So you might not be able to see my feet that well. So I have found when I've been practicing and working out here that having my socks is just fine. And that way I don't have to change from my hands to my feet, to my hands to my feet. I can mix things up. So I'm going to slide my shoes off while I wait for everybody to come on. We started a little late, so I want to make sure that enough people get on to the live. Of course, this will be recorded, and it's going to be available for you later on. So if you didn't make this workout, know that it's going to be there. And hopefully you checked out my 12 days of fitness. I haven't thought about this, but I bet we can do a lot of that 12 days of fitness using the GlideMaster as well. Now, I've got all my Life Pro toys around here between the Aeroflex and my Rumblex and the adjustable weights and the new Sculpt trainer, which I'm actually going to be doing a workout next week. I thought we were going to do it this week, but since we just launched it, I want to make sure you all get it, and then you can work out with me on the Sculpt trainer, because that is an amazing tool. So let's dive in. I'm going to put these booties, and I want to show you this. This is kind of cool. I just discovered this. A lot of people have challenges with flexibility in the wrists. I get it, but you keep working it and you'll get better flexibility. But what I found is, these fit, I think a size 7 to 10 foot. Don't quote me on that. But there's a short end and a long end where you can put your foot in. So if you take the long end, I'm going to put my hand in here. You can see I've got a lot of fabric. So I'm going to roll it up, and I'm going to roll it up, and I'm going to kind of put it in so that fabric is at the heel of my hands. That way, when I'm on my hands, I'm kind of lifting my palm, I'm supporting my palms, and I'm putting more weight in my finger pads, which is where it should be. I don't want you to dump it in your wrists. I want you to feel your big knuckles, and your finger pads are the suction cups for the floor rather than just the heel of the hands. It makes a big difference. So that's one of my training tips today. So I'm going to put both of my little booties on. I'm going to roll it up. The first one's easy to roll up because I had a free hand, so I'm going to tuck it in there. Cool. Nope. There we go. Okay, so let's begin. So as you see, I've got my socks, you can see me here. And I'm going to use the dumbbells for part of this workout. If you don't have them, don't worry about it. You know, maybe use some cans or some bottles of water, something, just to add a little more sculpting to your workout. Okay, so I want to start first by making sure I warm up my joints. So I'm going to start with walking out heel toe, and put your hands behind your head. So I want to make sure you're in really good alignment, and we're just going to warm things up. I'm really thinking about all 5 toes on each foot, lifting the heels as high as I can. And I'm also thinking about the tracking of my knees over the first and second toe. And breathe it in and out. You'll do about 10 of these or so. I'm not going to count reps, but if you're wondering on your own, do about 10 of those. Then heels together, toes apart. And I'm going to bend and straighten. So I want to do this so I can squeeze my glutes, pull the abdominals in. The head is back, and I'm just getting those ankles and knees and hip joints warmed up done. You can put your hands on your hips if you want. Now I'm going to just slide down and up. I'm not tilting yet. I'm just sliding down and up, like just a little plie if you're a ballerina, right? And then from here, and I did this in my first workout, but I think you should do it even in the more advanced, okay? You want to be warmed up. So we're going to add on, we're going to squeeze the heels, lift, lower, bend. Squeeze the heels, lift, lower, bend. Inner thigh connection. Squeeze and then out. And exhale. Again, your hands could go behind your head. You can even add arm movements here. Okay, lift just to get the shoulders warmed up. And I'm just going to do about 30 more seconds of warm up. You know, just about 2-3 minutes. Good, last time. Good. Now from here, I want to slide out. I want to feel what it feels like to slide out right. Drop the hips. Oh, I should take that back. I'm going to show you something. You're hinging. So let's do a hinge. Hinge and back. So you can bend and hinge and back. Hands behind the head or the arms forward. So I've got that hinge. I'm not rounding my spine. And I've got a hinge. Little squat with wide. Okay. Let's go wide with that. And hinge, inhale and exhale. Your heart rate's going to start coming up. And I actually put my heart rate monitor on my Apple Watch to see how many calories I'm going to burn in this workout. Let's go 4 and 3. Now I'm not gliding yet. I'm doing a little sliding. 2 and 1. Great. Now let's glide. Okay, I'm going to go in Pilates V. That's what I call it. We're going to slide out and in. Out, and I'm going to add arms. Out, in. I'm going to go kind of quick. Breathe in. Now the heart rate's going to start coming up pretty fast on this. So I want to make sure you have water handy. I'm looking around. Oh, there's my water bottle. You can either do it by time or reps. But you're going to do 4 more with me. 3, 2, 1. And let's squeeze the heels and out. And you want to zip up. Now I've got a hinge in the hips. I got my arms going the opposite direction. 5 more. Okay, we're going to alternate that. So slide, slide, slide. We can add arms up and over and over. Zip up in the middle. I can feel my heart rate going up here now. 5 more. It's kind of quick. Great. One more time each way, guys. And back. Now, you're going to turn, doesn't matter which way. Actually, I think I'll go this way. Whew, heart rate's up there. We're going to work on a lunge back. So bring arms forward. Now, you see that pitch in my hips? I want to be in one long line, okay? So let's reach one arm up and get that long line. And slide. That's it. You got 5 more of these with me. Reach it back. Pull it in. Reach it back. Pull up through the belly. Weights in my heels. My toes are spread wide. And last one. Now we'll switch, okay? You can put one hand on the abs if you're not sure that you're really working your core. You'll feel it. Or you can put one hand on your back to feel your butt muscles squeezing, contracting. Okay? One leg will feel a little more stable than the other. 5, 4, slide it in out quickly. 3, pull it in. Stretch out wide. 2, and one long line. 1. Great. Now we'll alternate. So I'm going to out and out. I'm pretty quick on here. My heel lifts up in the back. Keeping that belly in. It's a lot of back extension work here. We need 3 more. And 1 more. Excellent. So just let your heart rate come down. Big breath in and out. Let's see how my heart rate's going. Oh, good. I'm at my 75% range here. Big breath in. Just bring the heart rate down a little bit. So when I go quickly, recruiting those fast twitch muscle fibers. All right. Okay, we're going to go on the floor for a bit, and then we're going to come back. On your knees, please. Palms are spread wide. You can't see, but you got to feel that. And you're not going to see my hands as much, which is kind of unfortunate, but you'll look at where my arms are going. We're going to do a cat-cow. So my back is flat, knees in line with the wrists. Exhale. Inhale, arch. Do 3 of those. Make sure you're not lifting your chin. Exhale, tuck, and look forward toward the end of the GlideMaster. Oops, let me get this out of the way. So it's flat. There we go. 3, stretching the back, using the abs. 2, and 1. I'm going to add on to that. I'm going to stretch out and round in. Stretch out, looking forward, round in. Breathe in. I want to keep my knees not back, but my hips over my knees, not behind my knees, okay? So it's harder that way. Exhale. All fingertips, all 10. Pull underneath the armpits. 4, 3, round it. 2, 1. Now, I'm going to have a straight back. So I'm going to hinge and pull. A little harder, so I might not go out as far. I'm reaching forward and pulling. Forward and pull. Oh my goodness. A lot of tricep work too. A lot of shoulder work. Maybe if you go one arm out and the other arm, you might get a little reach further and out. But I like both. It's more core. 5, 4, flat back. Breathe in 3, pull it in 2, and 1. Great. Okay, you're on your back. We're going to work those hamstrings specifically. First level, okay? Roll it down. And all I want to do is slide my heels out and in. Just squeeze. You can dig the heels in, toes up. And I'm just going to keep my hands lifted so my shoulder blades are flat. I want to feel neutral pelvis here. It's my tailbone working. My hamstrings are pulling in. 4. Just so I don't cramp up, I want to get a lot of blood to this area. Cool. Now, I got to move my ponytail. You're going to lift up the hips and drop. Lift and drop. Squeeze those glutes. Anchor the shoulders. Hold it up. Okay, we're going to take that right leg out. Pull it in. Keeping the hips lifted. Left leg out. Or the other leg, whatever leg you're working. Keep the hip lifted. Great. Now, hands on the hips so the hips are lifted. You're going to alternate right and left. Right, left. Right, left. Oh, you can really feel those hamstrings. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Excellent. Hug those knees in. We're going to tuck the chin and roll up. Hands behind you. Legs are straight. So we're going to stretch your hamstrings out by pulling the belly in. It's a little bit of C-curve tuck. My hands are behind me. And again, I have the pads to give me a little padding. So I'm on my finger pads. Okay, I'm going to flex my feet. My hands are a little wider. They don't even have to be on the GlideMaster. They can be wider. But lift your chest first. And then you're tuck and glide. Okay, pull it in. Look toward your belly button. You got to press down to lift. Chest up. Give me 4 more. Last one. Okay. So that was our first level. Go grab a sip of water. Okay. And we've been working for about 8 minutes or so. Okay. I'm going to do another round. I'm going to add weights to it. Oh, this is good. Okay. So I'm going to grab my adjustable dumbbells. And I'm going to keep these on. It's fine. I can use it. I'm going to grab a 5-pound weight. Okay. So what I want to do, actually, you know what? We're level 2. Let's do both arms. This weight's going to hold at your shoulder. It's going to give you a little bit more oblique work. Okay. So I'm going to bring my elbow up and glide forward and kick back. Glide forward and slide back. Back. A lot of work on the standing leg. And back. I've got a little bit of anterior deltoid. That's the front of the shoulder. And tricep. Like I said, you could use a water bottle or a can, but why not get one of our great adjustable dumbbell sets from Life Row. Back. One more time. And back. Okay, other side. So maybe if this doesn't feel right for you, keep your hand at your side. Let's try that on this side. Arm at the side. Okay, chest up. We're going to glide forward and shift back. Glide forward. And I'll tell you what, I like my weight on my shoulder. That's me, that's my back, that's my body. You might like it down. I'm on my toes for this. Sliding forward and back. A lot more balance that way. Back. Hug up, hug elbows into the sides. Press. Let's do 3 more with me, please. Woo, lost my balance on that. I'm gonna get in the middle. 2. And 1. Okay, so now we're gonna go a little bit to the side. I will take one weight down on the floor, hand on the hip. We're gonna lunge and out. Okay, I'm gonna rotate. Great for the rotator cuff muscles. I rotate my elbows forward and I push. There's my hinge. Okay, let's do it again. Obliques are working. Inner outer thighs are working. Heart rate is definitely getting up there. I got about a few more of these, about 4. Last one, guys. Great, okay, other side. So you know all sides are not created equal. You might feel something different here. So we're gonna start with hinging from the hips, back flat. I'm touching my knee. You can touch the floor if that's better for your back. If you can get there, okay, it's fine. And up, okay? So I'm tuck down and out. I have a little V, see that V? That helps more inner thighs there. Pull it up, rotate elbow forward, weight up. Let's do one more. Excellent. Great job, guys. You can put your weights back. Okay, we're going to be back on hands, and we're going to lift up on our knees. So we call it bear pose in some yoga practices. Hands under the shoulders. I'm going to lift my knees, and I'm going to slide out one leg, then the other. One leg, then the other. Now it's a mountain climber. Let's go faster. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. How about that one? Really brings the heart rate up. Yes, it does. Okay, so a little different now. Fast or slow. This one I'm going to do a little slower. I hover off my knees. I'm going to go ahead and opposite arm, opposite leg. It's not big. Leg goes out. Three, two, and one. Oh, so much core on that. Wow. All right. Reverse your body, just shake things out, get some blood flow. We're going to go reverse plank. Now, again, more advanced move. That's why this is level 2. Hands back. Here's your reverse plank first. I bend back, my head's back. The gaze is on an angle, not up, okay? Flex your feet or point your toes. I like flex feet. Okay, and you're going to press up and down. Easy on the shoulders, open up the chest, okay? That's the reverse plank. Now, we add on to it. Tuck under and out. Exhale. And lift. Hips lift, eyes on the diagonal. Lift those hips all the way up. Ribs to the hip bones. Hips to the sky. You got 3 to go. Toes up. 2. 1 more. And up. Awesome work, everybody. Let's get the heart rate down. We'll do just a little bit of side bending. I'll add on to this one. I'm going to have my knees to the side. And I'm just going to slide out and back. Let me get in the middle here more. Or on the side. I want more room. And back. Reach. And back. It's a nice little stretch. Well, my heart rate's coming down a little bit now. Not that much because this is a sweeping arm motion. But I just want everything else to chill. Last time. Got to work that side body. Give it a switch. Okay? This hip's going to be up. That's okay. And make sure your knee feels comfortable. I have my feet flexed. And my hands are in front of my shoulders, not behind here. Open and close. I'm going to slide. So the GlideMaster is about 74 inches, the mat itself. Give or take a 1/8 of an inch. From end to end, it's 70, did I say 73, 74, then it's about 78 all the way out. And I think, oh gosh, don't quote me on it, 20, 23, 24 wide. 1 more. And it comes with a great poster. And I'm using a lot of the exercises from there, and I'm making my variation. Great, okay. So my next cardio blast, and this is one of my favorite ones, is a curtsied lunge to a side squat, okay? So let's break this down just so you've got the right idea. Watch, the knees are going to bow in a little bit, but you'll do your best. You're going to swivel the hips, and this knee, try to keep it over your big toe, okay? And then you come over and you go wide and you zip, okay? Curtsy, wide, and zip. Okay, let's do the other side. So you're going to curtsy, get that knee over. There's my hips, and then I swivel, and I go wide, and I squeeze, okay? Let's add a weight to it. Why not? I'm staying at 5 pounds. You can totally go heavier on this, okay? So, let's see. I'm going to curtsy, so opposite hand to the knee, right? And then I'm going to out and zip. I'm going to over and out and zip. A little bit of side raise. And in. Breathe in. Great for the hips. Now, challenging for any of this stuff is if you add booty bands to it, and they come with, I believe it's a Sculpt Trainer, or is it, no, is it this one? It comes with there's a free offer. I think it's Sculpt Trainer, isn't it, Jen? But we've got enough of those booty bands. If you have any of the vibration platforms, you know, those round circular bands, you can put those on your hips as well, on your thighs. Let's go 2 more. And 1 more. Great. So, well, before we do the other side, what I want to do is, same leg that I've been using, I'm going to go out and in. I'm going to bring it out and pull it. Lifting up. Big breath. Zipping up the core, dropping the shoulders. 5 more of these, guys. Don't have weights, don't worry. Just do the same hand movement. 1 more. Now you can even use your, I'll show you. Okay, you can use your mini stability ball for this one. So I'm going to curtsy lunge. Is that right? No. Curtsy lunge. I'm going to tap and lift, squat, and down. So I'm going to tap and lift. Let me add both arms. Curtsy and out. Just messing around. Give you some challenge. Squat, zip. I forgot my little zipper. That's what happens when I get multitasking. Rotate and out and rotate. Swivel those hips. 4 more. Rotate and out. Last 2. And last 1. Great. Okay, I'm going to put my glove back on. I'm going to hold the ball between my booty hands, my shoe booty hands. Okay. And we're going to go down, pull it up, down, and squeeze the ball. And don't go too high. I don't want to go on your neck and shoulders. Zip up. Pull up through the pelvic floor, belly button in and up. We got 5 more of these. Zip it up. Slide out. My head's right between my legs the whole time. I'm not shifting my head to one side. 1 more time. Excellent. Okay. So probably one of my favorite hard exercises is the pike. It's a plank where you slide your toes in and lift the hips. You may consider taking this ball between your thighs, because the more you have this power here, the better it will be. Okay, so my hands are going to be under my shoulders. I'm going to come up. I'm just going to slide out and in both legs first. Okay, this is kind of like a double mountain climber. I'm squeezing that ball as I come in. Now I'm going to add on to straight legs, come up, and then you got to push into your finger pads and lift, squeeze that ball, and push yourself away. Heels high. Head between the hands. 3. And zip up. 2. And 1. Whew. Okay, so 2 options there. Strength in your shoulders. Okay. So we're going to go back to the bridges again. Okay, one more set of these guys. Okay, you can have your elbows now at your side because you're going to need that little lift. Okay, we're going to slide the leg out, drop the butt, lift, and kick up. Slide out and lift and kick up. And lift and kick. Slide out. Pull it in and lift up. Let's alternate. Slide out and kick. Slide out and kick. Bring it in. Slide out and kick. And kick. A couple more. Drop down. Push out and lift up. And lift. Slide. You're going to keep your hips up for this next one. Lift. Okay. Bring it up. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it down. That's just a stretch for the hamstrings, okay? 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, harder than hard is keeping the hips lifted, slide out, and in. It's hard. So just slide out, walk one foot into the other. Slide out, one foot in the other. Slide out, slide out. Over time, you might get both legs in. I can't yet. To be totally honest, I want those hips lifted. Slide out, in, out. Oh, slide out, in. Both legs out, in. Woo, 3 more. Slide out, in. Each side. That's 2 more. 1 more. Each side. Oh yeah, and roll down. Go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. Tuck your chin. Roll up. Okay, so the last thing I'd like to do, we're going to do some plank jumping jacks. Okay, so you will have your hands in mitts for the first part because it's going to be chest flies and then it's going to be jumping jacks. And I think I have enough room here to show you this. Okay, hands in the booties. Make sure you have that little roll so you've got some padding for the cup of the wrist. And you could be on knees. Now, when I do this, you won't see me from the side, but when I do this, I'm going to try to stay in my plank position, okay? So I want you to on knee plank, okay? And one arm's going to go out and in. Other arm out and in. Out and in. Now, if it works for you, you're going to go out and in. And in. Breathe in. Exhale. That's only 5. I'm trying to do 10 of each. And lift the chest. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now I'm going to do legs. So I'm going to have my head where you're not going to see me, but again, my hands will be over my shoulders, or shoulders over my hands. And you're going to see my hips, okay? So I'm going to be off the screen a little bit, okay? Curling the toes under, long plank position, open, close. Get wide. 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Okay, so that was about a 30-minute workout. Definitely high heart rate. My heart rate monitors tell me about 207 calories total, okay? 165 active calories. So we're going to just do a little stretch. Okay, just open up, get that hamstring to stretch up first. Okay, and then just reverse that stretch. Okay, switch it out. It's going to be a quick stretch. I hope you'll do a little bit more than I'm giving you. Okay, so we're going to open up, lengthen in the lats, and then reverse it, bend your elbow if you want more. And then I'm going to do my mermaid rotations again because I love them. I think they're really awesome for torso rotation, tennis or golf, pickleball. So I'm going to first come over, and I'm just going to do 3 on each side. Over, and I'm going to rotate. I'm going to reach through, get a stretch. I'll bring my hand back, and I'm going to sweep out. And I pull in. There's 1. Inhale, and exhale. 2, lift up. Get a big stretch. And 3. Reach out. You're going to come up, slide in, come to the other side and counter the stretch here. Reach up. And then let's swivel to the other side. Okay. Give yourself room to stretch out. So we're going to side body stretch first. I'm going to take my hand under my armpit, get a stretch first. Then I'm going to slide my hand forward. The other hand goes on the side of the mat, so I'm wide as my shoulders. Exhale, reach out, and pull in and lift. So you're stretching your QLs, the hips, and then hands go under the shoulders. You lift the collarbones, eyes gaze up, and 1 more. And lift. Excellent. You're going to do a wide straddle, so it's going to be a V straddle. I'm going to go from the side. And all I would like you to do is put your hands behind your head first and lean forward, okay? Check that out. I do not want you rounding your back. It's not a round, okay? You can take the ball, except I don't need this anymore. Take the ball, I'm going to roll out. If you don't have a ball, you can use your hands to slide out. And the stretch is in the hips, okay? Bring it back up for 3. Get stretched 2. And 1. Great. Bring the legs together. Give yourself a little hug here. Hands go behind. Lift your chest. And that's all I have today. So about a 30-minute cardio workout. We added some weights to it. Optional. Body weighted exercise. Great for hips, core, shoulders. GlideMaster is an incredibly versatile product. We've got a beautiful poster which I have yet to laminate. I've got a few things I've got to get to the laminator so that I can have a nice flat piece. Guys, thank you so much for joining me again. If you have any questions or anything, please don't hesitate to ask me. Hit me up on Messenger or in our Life Pro VIP. I know this was a pretty active, high-level exercise compared to some of our basic ones, and I don't want to discount the people that can't do this level because you're only beginner once. So start where you're at, do the best you can. I like quality versus quantity. You see, 10 reps max, maybe. Quality, maybe just 3 reps. But posture is everything when we're working this stuff because it's a lot of core work. It's a lot of back and abs. So the main thing, I don't want your head forward. I don't want you dumping your wrists, your neck and shoulders. I could go on giving you training tips, but that's for another day. It's for the sculpt trainer next week. I hope you have an incredibly wonderful week ahead. It's Christmas weekend for those of you that are celebrating Christmas. Happy Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever. Tis the season to be merry, bright, to love, to give, to serve. And I'm grateful that I have had a chance to work with all of you. Have a blessed rest of your day, evening, or tomorrow. Bye for now.